Hello guys! I've been baking this video with everything that went down at the 83rd Golden Globes on January 11th, 2026, and let me tell you, this night had it all. We're talking historic wins, Nikki Glaser serving up savage roasts, emotional speeches that had everyone in tears, fashion moments that broke the internet, and some controversy that has the industry talking. So buckle up, because the tea is absolutely brewing with this one. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss what we're baking with your fave celebs' latest info. Now, before we even get to the actual ceremony, let's talk about what was happening on the red carpet, because the fashion was serving. We had Kylie Jenner looking absolutely stunning, Selena Gomez bringing her A-game, and Teyana Taylor in Schiaparelli giving us pure elegance. But wait, it gets better. Hailey Steinfeld showed up in Prada looking gorgeous, and oh yeah, she also announced she's pregnant, and she wasn't the only one with baby news. Wunmi Mosaku from Sinners made a memorable appearance on the red carpet, happily sharing that she's expecting her second child. The announcements took place right there on the red carpet, and honestly, what a way to make an entrance. We also had John M. Chu in NB44, Chase Infinity and Louis Vuitton, Hudson Williams and Giorgio Armani, and Jenna Ortega and Dilara Findicoglu absolutely killing it with their looks. The fashion game was strong, you guys, and everyone came ready to make a statement. But here's where things get interesting even before the show started. There was already drama brewing because the Golden Globes announced that the Best Original Score category would be presented during the ceremony in the ballroom at the Beverly Hilton, but it wouldn't be shown on the TV broadcast. Yes, you heard that right. The award was still given out, people in the room saw it happen, but if you were watching from home on CBS or Paramount Plus, you missed it completely. The decision was made because of time constraints, which already had people talking before the show even began. We'll get back to this controversy later because trust me, it gets messier. So the night kicks off, and Nikki Glaser takes the stage as host for her second year in a row. And let me tell you, she came prepared to absolutely roast everyone. She opened with jokes that had the entire room on edge, and the internet immediately split into two camps. People who thought she was hilarious and brought real energy to a show that can feel stale, and people who thought some of her jokes were too spicy or straight up cringe. She went after Leonardo DiCaprio with a joke about his dating life. She roasted CBS News. She made an Epstein Files joke that had people either laughing or gasping. And she even joked about Warner Brothers being up for auction. The woman held nothing back. One of her most talked about moments was when she made a joke involving Michael B. Jordan that went viral for all the reasons. She said something along the lines of Nikki B. Jerkin, and the camera cut to Michael B. Jordan's mom, Donna Jordan, who gave the most iconic eye roll and took a sip of her water. That moment alone became one of the most viral clips of the night, and Michael later addressed it on Jimmy Kimmel Live saying, "My mom stole the show and that she's used to it." Honestly, we stan Donna Jordan for that reaction. Now, Nikki's comedy style is bold and sharp, and fans of the comedy community praise her for bringing real laughs and not being afraid to push boundaries. But others found some of her political or celebrity jabs to be too much, especially the risky ones that went viral online for both laughs and eye rolls. It really depends on what kind of humor you're into, but one thing's for sure, she got people talking, and isn't that what a host is supposed to do? Okay, now let's get into the actual awards because we had some major wins and some truly historic moments. In the film categories, one battle after another absolutely dominated, taking home 4 awards including Best Picture for Comedy or Musical, Best Director for Paul Thomas Anderson, Best Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actress for Teyana Taylor. And can we talk about Teyana's acceptance speech for a second? Because it was powerful and necessary. She said, "The hardest part is being a woman in Hollywood. The even harder part is being a Black woman in Hollywood." But she didn't stop there. She added, "I do see change happening. I do see more light being shed on women. And I think it's because we're busting through the doors, unapologetically us. We're not giving anybody a choice. You will see us and you will hear us. And if you don't, we're going to make you." The standing ovation she received was absolutely deserved, and this speech is going to be remembered for a long time. For Best Picture Drama, Hamnet took home the win, and Jessie Buckley won Best Actress in a Drama for her performance in the same film. Her acceptance speech was beautiful and thoughtful. She said, "I love love. Love is worth it. What else are you going to do? Lock yourself away? I think you've got to live. Hamnet, even though he dies, lives on. Shakespeare has made something immortal in some way and created a way for this story, this son, this thing that happened in his life to be bigger than the moment. Maybe we have to live like that. Like, how poetic is that?" It was one of those speeches that makes you really feel something. The Secret Agent won Best Non-English Language Film and Best Actor in a Drama for Wagner Moura, which was a huge moment for international cinema. K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Film, and this is where things got emotional. The film also won Best Original Song for Golden, and singer-songwriter AJ gave a speech that had everyone in tears. She said, "When I was a little girl, I worked tirelessly for 10 years to fill one dream, to become a K-pop idol, and I was rejected and disappointed that my voice isn't good enough, and so I leaned on songs and music to get through it. So now I'm here as a singer and a songwriter. It's a dream come true to be part of a song that is helping other girls, other boys, and everyone from all ages to get through their hardship and to accept themselves. So thank you, Golden Globes, for accepting my voice and our voice." I'm not crying, you're crying. Now let's talk about one of the biggest moments of the night. Timothée Chalamet won Best Actor in a Comedy or Musical for Marty Supreme, and this win is huge because it's his first Golden Globe win after being nominated 4 times before. That's right, this was his 5th nomination, and he finally took home the trophy, and of course his partner Kylie Jenner was right there in the audience supporting him. This is the 3rd year in a row they've attended the Golden Globes together, and just 1 week before at the Critics' Choice Awards on January 4th, Timothée publicly thanked her, saying, "Thank you to my partner of 3 years. Thank you for our foundation. I love you. I couldn't do this without you." Kylie mouthed "I love you" back to him at that ceremony. And then at the Golden Globes, he thanked my partner again in his acceptance speech, saying, "For my parents, for my partner, I love you." Now, some people still think their relationship is all PR, but they've been together for 3 years now and seem pretty stable and are getting more publicly affectionate. They've definitely bet all odds and proven a lot of doubters wrong. What do you guys think? Are they the real deal, or is it an elaborate PR stunt? Let me know in the comments. Rose Byrne won Best Actress in a Comedy or Musical for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, and her acceptance speech had a hilarious moment where she revealed that her husband was at a reptile expo instead of attending the Golden Globes with her. Yes, you heard that correctly. A reptile expo. The internet absolutely loved this detail, and honestly, it's such a random and funny thing to share during your big acceptance speech. Stellan Skarsgård won Best Supporting Actor for Sentimental Value, rounding out the major film categories with another well-deserved win. On the TV side, things were just as exciting. The Pit won Best Drama Series, and Noah Weil took home Best Actor in a Drama Series for his performance. The studio won Best Comedy Series, with Seth Rogen winning Best Actor in a Comedy Series. Rhea Seehorn from Pluribus won Best Actress in a Drama Series, Jean Smart from Hacks won Best Actress in a Comedy Series, and Michelle Williams won Best Actress in a limited series for Dying for Sex. But the real story on the TV side was Adolescence from Netflix, which absolutely swept with 4 wins. The show won Best Limited Series and then took home acting awards for Stephen Graham, Aaron Doherty, and Owen Cooper. Now, Owen Cooper's win is historic because at just 16 years old, he became the youngest ever winner in his category. Can you imagine winning a Golden Globe at 16? This young man's career is just getting started, and he's already making history. We love to see it. There was also a brand new category this year that made its debut at the Golden Globes, Best Podcast. This is the first major awards show to recognize podcasts, which is a huge deal considering how massive the podcast industry has become. The award went to Amy Poehler for Good Hang, and this opens up a whole new conversation about how awards shows are evolving to recognize different forms of media and entertainment. It's pretty exciting when you think about it, and it makes you wonder if other awards shows like the Emmys or even the Oscars might start recognizing podcasts too. Now let's talk about some of the viral moments that had everyone talking online, because there were several. First, we already mentioned Michael B. Jordan's mom, Donna, becoming an instant icon with her reaction to Nikki Glaser's joke. That clip went everywhere, and Michael himself seemed to find it hilarious when he addressed it on late-night TV. Then there's the J.Lo Glambit situation, which turned into a whole thing. So for those who don't know, the Glambit is this popular slow-motion camera setup on red carpets, run by a guy named Cole Walliser. A video went viral of Jennifer Lopez doing her Glambit moment, and people were calling her rude because she allegedly didn't make eye contact with Cole and seemed dismissive. Cole himself actually defended J.Lo, saying that the carpet was closed, she was just being down to business, and he didn't take it personally at all. But here's where it gets messier. After Cole defended J.Lo, old DMs of his from 2019 resurfaced, where he was allegedly being rude to potential clients. Someone had inquired about booking him for a wedding, and his response apparently included money bag emojis and came across as dismissive to regular people trying to hire him. So now the internet is split. Some people are defending Cole, saying he's always been kind and professional. Some are calling out his past behavior, saying this is karma, and others are saying the whole thing is overblown and we should all just move on. What do you guys think? Was J.Lo rude, or was she just focused and professional? And does Cole's old behavior matter, or should we judge him based on who he is now? Tell me in the comments, because I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Now remember that controversy I mentioned earlier about the Best Original Score category being cut from the TV broadcast? Let's get into that because it caused some serious backlash. So yes, Ludwig Göransson won Best Original Score for the film Sinners. But even though the award was presented in the ballroom at the Beverly Hilton during the ceremony, it was done during a commercial break. That means everyone watching at home on CBS or Paramount Plus didn't see the presentation or his acceptance speech live. They only found out through clips posted on social media and the Golden Globes official platforms afterward. The decision to cut it from the broadcast was made by the show's producers and CBS because of time constraints. They wanted to shorten the runtime of the ceremony, so they chose to remove certain categories from the televised portion. But here's where it gets controversial. While the music category was cut, the brand new Best Podcast category was shown on air. Do you see the irony? Legendary composer Hans Zimmer, who was actually nominated in that same category for his work on F1, publicly criticized the decision. He called it a little bit ignorant because, in his words, the music category is an essential part of filmmaking. He argued that you don't have a movie without its score, and cutting that category from the broadcast was disrespectful to the artists who create such an important element of cinema. Fans and people online agreed, saying it was ironic and kind of messed up that newer categories like podcasts got airtime while a foundational filmmaking category like music composition was pushed aside. It raises bigger questions about what awards shows value and whether they're prioritizing entertainment and keeping things short over actually honoring the craft and the artists. This isn't even a new problem, you guys. The Oscars have faced similar criticism for cutting technical categories from their broadcasts or speeding through them to save time. It's part of a larger conversation about how awards shows are evolving and what they should look like in the future. Should they prioritize honoring every category equally? Or is it okay to make cuts to keep the show entertaining and fast-paced for TV audiences? I honestly don't have the answer, but I'd love to know what you think. Now I want to shift gears and talk about something more somber, but incredibly important. The tribute to Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner, the legendary director and actor, passed away in December 2025, and the Golden Globes honored his memory with a beautiful tribute during the ceremony. For those who might not know, Rob Reiner directed iconic films like When Harry Met Sally, The Princess Bride, A Few Good Men, Stand By Me, and This Is Spinal Tap. He was a giant in the industry, and his work has touched generations of moviegoers. The tribute included clips from his most memorable films, and there were specific references to This Is Spinal Tap, which is a film that basically invented the mockumentary comedy genre. If you didn't catch the Spinal Tap reference, the movie's most famous line is, "This one goes to 11, meaning you took things to the absolute max." So when Nikki Glaser ended the tribute segment with that line, it was her way of saying this tribute and Rob Reiner's legacy were turned all the way up. It was a touching and fitting way to honor someone who gave us so much incredible cinema, and you could feel the respect and love in the room. Rob Reiner's impact on Hollywood cannot be overstated, and while it was a sad moment in an otherwise celebratory night, it was important to take that time to remember and honor his contributions. Rest in peace to an absolute legend. So, to wrap this all up, the Golden Globes 2026 was a night. We had historic wins like Owen Cooper becoming the youngest ever winner in his category at just 16 years old, and Timothée Chalamet finally winning after 4 previous nominations. We had powerful, emotional speeches from Teyana Taylor talking about being a Black woman in Hollywood, and AJ sharing her journey from rejected K-pop trainee to Golden Globe-winning songwriter. We had viral moments like Michael B. Jordan's mom becoming an icon, Rose Byrne's husband choosing a reptile expo over the Globes, and the whole J.Lo Glambit drama that has the internet divided. We also had important conversations sparked by controversies like the Best Original Score being cut from the TV broadcast, which Hans Zimmer and many others criticized as disrespectful to artists. And we had the debut of a brand new category recognizing podcasts for the first time at a major awards show, which shows how the industry is evolving. Through it all, Nikki Glaser brought bold, sharp humor that had people either loving her or thinking she went too far. And the fashion on the red carpet was absolutely stunning, with pregnancy announcements from Hailee Steinfeld and Wunmi Mosaku adding extra excitement to the night. And of course, we took time to honor the memory of Rob Reiner, a legend who left an incredible legacy in film and will be deeply missed. We've covered so much ground in this story, you guys, and if you made it to the end, I appreciate you. Now tell me, what was your favorite moment from the Golden Globes 2026? Do you think Nikki Glaser's jokes were hilarious or too much? Was J.Lo rude to the Glambit guy or just professional? Should awards shows cut categories to save time or honor every artist equally? And are Timothy and Kylie the real deal, or is it all PR? I would love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's discuss. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss what we're baking next with all your fave celebs. Until next time, guys.